Face having ass. Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Eric Peoples back again. Another review. This time it's Sunday, so you guys know it's Walking Dead. I know you guys have probably been looking out for me as far as like videos, getting them out there properly, but time, family, all of that good stuff. But I am trying to get to good stuff that when it comes out and try to get to it immediately, before I get distracted. So, Walking Dead. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Mild spoilers, of course. Basically, this episode is picking up where the last week's episode left off um, with Daryl, and everybody hates Chris because he's always going to be known as that character in my book. Going back, telling Rick and those guys what happened with Beth and Carol. So Rick gathers up the rest of the group, Tyrese and Sasha and those guys, and they head out and Daryl, and they head out and they're getting ready to, wreck some shit. And of course, they left Carl and Michonne and the baby with that Reverend. Now, that Reverend, I ain't trust his ass since he showed up at episode 2. I just haven't. And personally, I would have killed his ass because I don't. He's not trustworthy, and he's already had a suspect past, the way he does things and what he has done. And, with this episode, as soon as Rick and those guys leave, all of a sudden he wants to get all antsy and shit. Like I said, I would put his ass down just off of the threat probability. But I guess that's just a fucked up way to think. That's some Hydra shit, taking people out before, they do some shit. But yeah, so of course, like I said, he's acting really, really weird or whatnot, and Carl and those guys are trying to teach him like, this is the way life is now. Take a weapon, be able to defend yourself, and he's like, no, I won't do it. And so he takes a machete anyway. Um, from there, you get a chance to see what happens because you get a chance to see what every part of the group is doing in this episode. It's not just about one particular part. Um, Abraham's given up hope. Um, the Tennessee top hat himself is still laid the fuck out, and the other guys are just dealing with. They've been sold a dream, so they are just dealing, but they deal pretty good. They go out and do a little fishing and get some resources, and they run across a bag of weed and a Louis Vuitton bag. Personally, I would have dumped the weed. Personally, I won't. I don't want to have no mind altering substances in a zombie apocalypse. You're asking to fucking die. I mean, I'm sorry. That's just me. Some people act better and have better super reflexes when they're high and they're drunk, I guess. But I wouldn't, nah, not me. I'm over here, throwing back some Jack Daniels and there's a fucking walker right here and I'm shooting at a squirrel because it moved. Nah, I'm not going to do that. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, that's what that part of the group is doing. Eugene eventually wakes up, or so we think. Who knows? Like I said, this is mild spoilers, and it kind of seems like Abraham is going to make a choice on whether or not he wants to continue. But I'm quite sure all of that will be revealed in the mid-season finale. Um, so Beth, meanwhile, has figured out that Carol's there, so she's looking after her. But ultimately, they say that her condition is too bad and she's using up too much electricity for their liking. So they decided to pull the plug on her. Beth makes a plea for Carol without revealing that she does know her. And the lead cop chick basically says, "Well, I already laid down a ruling, but here's the key anyway to help to help her out." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "But you lead a dictatorship. How the hell can you lead a dictatorship and then be afraid to tell people what to do?" I mean, you had no problem with slapping Beth around a couple of episodes ago and beating up Everybody Hates Chris, so why not? But anyway. She gives her this key and tells her, you can help her with this, with that. Rick and the guys are in Atlanta in like a half a second. They've devised a plan. Rick basically says, "Man, fuck that. We killing everybody. We're gonna take them out in here, take them out of there, move in here, get our people out, and take out the rest of them, and go on home." But Tyrese and Daryl, they talk them out of it. So they get to play their bullshit. They take a couple of hostages, and a couple of the hostages, are selling up a dream. And I'm not going to get too much far into it, but everything's a build up for the mid-season finale, which I think is going to be, as Robert Kirkland said in the interview, deadly. Um, I'm expecting for at least two characters to die. I don't know. Like I've been telling a lot of you guys at work, I expect for Rick to die in the mid-season finale. Yeah. I do. There's been pictures of Rick and he doesn't have the beard. He's even cut his hair. I just don't know. Either Rick is gonna die or he's gonna go on a murderous rampage that is gonna force the group to like leave his ass in Atlanta. It's gonna be something really drastic. I just don't know what. So overall, I gave the episode a 3. It was a good build up episode, and it wasn't too much overdone. But it was a really good build up episode, and for some revolutions to come up. So looking forward to next Sunday. It's gonna be some pretty entertaining stuff. But yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What you guys think was going to happen? Maybe who's going to die? Who knows? If you read the books and this stuff seems familiar, give me a drop in the comments. Hit like if you like. Hit like dislike if you didn't. But if you didn't like the video, please leave a comment stating why you didn't like the video. Don't be a jackass. Just hit dislike. And shit, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Gotham mid-season finale. Trust me, I will be here. And I hope to see you guys too.